What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got some more transfer portal news. Michigan getting a big time visit from a top cornerback target. Also got news Michigan going after a punter in transfer portal, as well as getting a commitment from a long snapper. Also the Michigan coaching staff out seeing top targets, including Ty Haywood, two top running back targets in the 2026 class, a top offensive lineman, and many others. Also talk about Fredrick Moore's 2025 goals, Michigan receiving room looking to step up big in the 2025 season, and also 2025 defensive back signee Jordan Young talks about the 2025 class ready to bring Michigan back. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so to start this video, I did want to talk about some transfer portal news for the Wolverines, and we'll first start with the guy we mentioned in yesterday's video, the Washington cornerback Thaddeus Dixon, which if you guys missed yesterday's video, make sure to go ahead and check it out. But Michigan is set to get him on campus for an official visit, as according to On3's Pete Nakos, he is set to travel to North Carolina on Wednesday, and then he'll be going to Ole Miss, and then wrapping it up at Michigan on Sunday. So that is some big time news for Michigan, one of the top defensive back targets and transfer portal prospects right now in the transfer portal. He did release a top 5 consisting of Washington, Tennessee, North Carolina, Michigan, and Ole Miss. So he could, return to Washington. He did leave that option open, but Michigan getting him on campus for a visit is definitely huge. Wolverines trying to add at least one more cornerback from the transfer portal. He's a 6'1", 186-pound cornerback, was a senior this past season. He had 43 total tackles, including 1 forced fumble, 1 interception, and 10 pass deflections. He has spent the last 2 seasons with Washington, including the national championship run in 2023, and will have 1 season of eligibility remaining. So good news there. And then Michigan also appears to have been in contact with a punter, as the Duke transfer punter Ryan Levy is an option for the Wolverines. Obviously Michigan does have Hudson Holland back, which he did have a pretty dang good bowl game against Alabama, looked pretty good, but Michigan is looking to potentially add another punter from the transfer portal. They want somebody who has a great leg and that is consistent. He will have 1 season of eligibility remaining, so that's a name to keep an eye on out as far as punter goes for Michigan in the transfer portal. Michigan did get some news that they have landed a commitment from a long snapper in the transfer portal, and that is the former 5-star long snapper, UCLA long snapper Trent Middleton, as he announced on social media that he has committed to the University of Michigan. Will have 3 seasons of eligibility remaining. So there you have it, Michigan adding on to the special teams room from the transfer portal, picking up a 5-star long snapper from UCLA, Trent Middleton, in the transfer portal. Then we do get some recruiting news on some 2025 and 2026 targets. First, we did talk about the 5-star offensive tackle Ty Haywood. Michigan set to get him on campus for a visit, but Michigan did make a visit to him as well, as the Michigan coaching staff has been on the recruiting trail visiting top targets, and all of Sharon Moore, Chip Lindsey, Sean McGee, offensive line coach Grant Newsome stopped in the state of Texas to have a visit with Alabama commit Ty Haywood, even though he is not expected to sign with Alabama. Michigan currently the favorite to land him, so that's some pretty big news. Michigan coaching staff showing how much they want him, and he's also set to take an official visit to Michigan next week. We also talked about that Michigan has already stopped by to see Javion Osborne. Tony Elford was expected to make his way to see Savion Hiter as well. Getting that 1-2 punch would be insane. Savion Hiter, the number 1 running back in the 2026 class, a 5-star, and Javion Osborne right up there as another top running back in the 2026 class. Offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey did go and see the 2027 quarterback Trae Taylor, as he has been a big priority in the 2027 class for the Wolverines. Then also a lot of the coaching staff did go and see the 2026 four-star offensive tackle Zayden Krempin, also from the state of Texas. All of Fredrick Moore, Coach Grant Newsome, Chip Lindsey, Ron Bellamy, and GM Sean McGee all were there to visit him as well. And Krempin told Steve Wiltfong of On3 that I was shocked when they all walked in. They made it very clear that I am a priority for them in the class of 26, and we met for nearly 2 hours. He said the coaches, traditions, and culture at Michigan is what fires me up the most, and he does plan on making another trip before the official visits this summer. So you'd love to hear it. Michigan coaching staff making a lot of recruits feel like a major priority. And obviously the Wolverines looking to close out the 2025 class on a high note, going after Ty Haywood. They do have a official visit in place for him already, like we talked about, but also the 4-star top 100 edge Zahir Mathis. Michigan set to get him on campus for an official visit on January 27th. He's also visiting Florida State and UCLA. Michigan will be getting the last visit though, which is big news right there. If they can land both of those guys, it'll wrap up the 2025 class tremendously. And then I also wanted to talk about Michigan wide receiver Fredrick Moore on his 2025 goals, as obviously we've talked about it. You know, Michigan not only looking to add wide receivers in the transfer portal. They got Donovan McCulley. It has been rough sledding though, and it is probably going to be hard to add some elite receivers from the portal when Michigan hasn't really displayed it on the field this past season. It should be easier moving forward in the future once they put it on display, but Michigan has players in the receiving room looking to step up, including Fredrick Moore, who had definitely his best game in the Wolverine uniform. Had a 13-yard touchdown reception in the end zone on a fade route, went up and got it, and had 3 passes for 37 yards in the bowl win over Alabama. And speaking about the touchdown, he said it's important to me because I just built my confidence back. You know, he said it helps me envision myself in the end zone more and more next year. I envision myself being in the end zone way more, making a name for myself, and being a reliable receiver for the quarterback. And he said that next year I plan on keep making plays, keep getting open, keep putting my head down and working. He said I want to get 1,000 yards, make it back to the Natty. I'm gonna keep working in the offseason. I'm gonna get better at everything I lack in. And he said we're all gonna keep making plays when we get the opportunity. And obviously Michigan, you know, these receivers should have a much better chance to make a name for themselves with better quarterback play. It obviously wasn't the best this season, there's no denying that. And now you're gonna have, you know, an incoming 5-star freshman Bryce Underwood, also transferred Mikey Keene. The quarterback room is getting, you know, a major upgrade next season. So Fredrick Moore and other Michigan receivers looking to step up next season. Also real quick, wanted to talk about what the 2025 signee 4-star defensive back Jordan Young said as he talked with Bryce Marich of the Michigan Insider. You know, he said development and playing on the big stage and playing against the best teams is why he picked Michigan. But, you know, he said, like I told the other reporter, Coach Moore told me that everyone better get them now because they won't get them later. He said, I feel like we can be the class to bring Michigan back up to the top where they were last year and bring life back into Ann Arbor. So he said, definitely excited to get it going. Michigan's 2025 class looking to bring Michigan back and be the next great class to roll through here in Ann Arbor. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it, and we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.